Hey folks, welcome to another video on a very lovely, gorgeous day in Tokyo. Today is March 1st, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get to and from Haneda Airport. The motivation for this video is, there's actually two. Number one is if you ever Google maps of Tokyo, train maps of Tokyo, you might get something that looks like this or something that looks like this. And it could be very intimidating, especially after a long flight, trying to navigate this maze, this labyrinth of rail lines and train systems in the city. So I kind of want to make it a little bit easier for those travelers that are going to be coming to Tokyo. And number two, it's a great reason for me to take a couple trains, which is always a fun thing to do. So what I'm going to show you today is we're going to take two trains to and from the airport, and at the end also talk about buses because that's another option. But since Haneda's already in Tokyo, generally trains are the number one way to go. Now, of course, Tokyo is a huge city. I mean, it's really, really big. You know, there's many popular neighborhoods. Here's Tokyo, there's Shinjuku, there's Shibuya, there's Ueno in the north. So when travelers come here, I mean, they stay, of course, you guys will stay at places all around the city. So to kind of standardize this video, I'm starting at Tokyo Station. So let's jump inside. We'll jump on the train, head towards the monorail, and get ourselves to Haneda Airport. So we're just in the gates now, and to get to the monorail, we got to go a couple stops. You want to go on line number 5 or 6, the green line, or the Keikyu Line, the light blue line. Both stops get you there. It's not that far. So let's go up and grab our train.
The first way we're getting to the airport is to use the Tokyo Monorail, which was made back in the 60s for the Tokyo's 1964 Olympics. To catch the monorail from Tokyo Station, we have to travel a few stops south to Hamamatsu Station, which is also the end station for the monorail.
So once you get off the first train, just come up the escalators, follow the signs, and behind me you'll see where you can get onto the monorail. And of course, highly suggest that you use a Suica pass, one of the transit IC cards. Just beep your way through, makes it a lot easier. It makes a lot less of a hassle, especially when you have your suitcases and bags in tow. Let's go ahead and jump on the monorail.
All monorails will get you to the airport, but the fastest is the Airport Express. Inside, the monorail has space to hold large pieces of luggage. There are some single and row seating throughout the train. Some seats face outward, which allows you to enjoy the passing views. I always appreciate seeing the Tokyo skyline on a clear day like it was today. Taking the monorail costs 500 yen, plus the 160 yen from Tokyo Station. Happily though, if you have a JR Rail Pass, this method will not cost you any extra. The trip is not terribly long. The first airport stop is the International Terminal. Once off the train, just head through the gate and you're on the departures floor of the terminal.
Alright, so I just made it to the International Terminal. Once you get off the train, you just walk through the gates, and it's on the same floor as the departure, so you don't have to worry about taking an escalator or another elevator up to the check-in floor. Worked really well. It took about 16 minutes. I took the express train. It only stopped at the International Terminal, is the first airport terminal. There's 2 domestic terminals as well, so it skips all the stations between, so it's really quick. Pretty scenic too. You get to see a little bit more of Tokyo on your way out to the airport, and very smooth ride. I really liked it. Next up is the Keikyu Line, so let's go ahead and see how that compares to the monorail.
The Keikyu Line terminates at Shinagawa Station, a large station a few stops south of Hamamatsu. There are several hotels in the neighborhood, so if you're starting or ending your trip here, you'd pass through these gates on the outside.
Right now I'm at Shinagawa Station. Starting from Tokyo, you still take any train that's on track number 5 or 6, go to Shinagawa Station, get off, and you get off on track number 2. They drive on the left side. Track number 2, you make your way up the stairs, and then you can go through the gates to the Keikyu lines. One thing to point out though is that if you do take this route, you can't go through the north gate. There's no entrance to these tracks from the north gate, so you have to go back down to the platform, walk a little bit, and then back up, and then through through the gates to the Keikyu Line. Again, just use the Suica or Pasmos cards, makes your life a lot easier. Then all you have to do is just line up for a train. You want to get one that's heading to the airport. Just look at the sign. On the train, it will have the little airport symbol, Airport Express. Jump on that one, and you're good to go. So let's go ahead, jump on a train, let's get back to the airport.
There's a few noticeable differences between the Keikyu Line versus the monorail. First, it's a commuter train, so it's heavily used and can get quite crowded, especially during the rush hour. Secondly, the short trip really doesn't offer much in the way of views. The journey from the airport is equally as fast, about 20 minutes and 300 yen. However, the JR Pass is not valid on this railway.
After getting off the train, you just have to go through the gates and then either take the escalator or the elevator up to the departures floor, floor number 3. And lastly, of course, there's the bus to get to and from Tokyo. Now the bus is going to be a little bit longer and it's actually might be a little bit more expensive than taking the train. However, it is another option if your plane lands past midnight. Trains in Japan generally stop around midnight, give or take a couple minutes on either side. So it does give you another option so you're not stuck if you land here at 1 o'clock in the morning for some reason. As well, the buses can be used to reach other communities outside Tokyo. For example, if you're going to go skiing in Nagano or something like that, there's a bus that services that seasonally. So it does just another option depending on what your travel plans are, and might be the right option for you if you find yourself coming here. If you do decide to take the bus, right when you get out of the baggage claim and customs, just on the left side is where you can go to the ticket counter and purchase a ticket. You can on the opposite side, on the right side, there is the ticket vending machines with the times all listed above. They have several languages, and you can buy a ticket just with the machine and jump on the bus that way too. So I'm just on the second floor of Haneda Airport. This is the arrivals floor, so if you're flying into this terminal, you're going to be coming out of the doors that are behind me. Right when you get out the doors, there's going to be an area just off to the side where you can buy tickets if you want to take the bus. If you keep going, on the left side is going to be the monorail, the first train that we took in this episode. And on the right is going to be the gates for the Keikyu Line, which is the second train that we took. So once you get out, it's very easy to navigate and it's not confusing at all, and it's all on the same level, which makes it very convenient for you to start your trip here in Tokyo. So after taking both trains, I think the Keikyu Line is going to win out in terms of price. You do save a couple hundred yen going that way. The monorail though wins with the scenery on the train. You're going to see a lot more, especially on a nice day like it is today. Some good pictures of Tokyo. The Keikyu Line generally goes through urban areas with a lot of tall buildings around, so you're not going to see too much in that way. So I think what it really comes down to is kind of your location in Tokyo. I think if you're kind of the northeast side, the monorail might be a better option. But if you're on the west side, it might be quicker to just go to Shinagawa, take the Keikyu Line, and get to Haneda Airport. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this video, found it informative for planning perhaps a possible trip to Tokyo. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys around next time.